Don't skip the video, by the way. Um, unless you're a kid or adult who is not, going through mental illness or through a rough day or whatever it may be or whatever it is. Mental illness and it's a real thing. I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, Jose Onfroy went through it, including Jared Higgins, if you know what I'm talking about, and and the people whom you might be wondering, who am I talking about here? I'm talking about XXX Tentacion. I'm talking about X. I'm talking about X and Juice, XXX Tentacion and Juice World. Yeah, yes, I've listened to their music before. Had a taste of it at some point in my life. I'm an artist myself. I make music. It's always been, I guess, a superpower of mine. I love watching superhero movies like Marvel and DC, so I kind of think of myself as a superhero sometimes. You know. And by the way, I reverted. I have chosen to revert to. I have chosen to revert back to the name Earthquake. I'm no longer Swag Knight. Because the reason why I reverted back to Earthquake was because the main reason why I even chose Earthquake in the first place was first place. The reason why I chose the name Earthquake in the first place was, was because and since earthquake means a shaking, it does not just mean natural disaster, but also it's the shaking of something. It's a shaking in the earth's crust, somewhere along those lines. You can look it up. I'm a bit too lazy for research. Yeah, it means a sudden shaking, and for me, I personally was shaken by the fact that I could rap. I never knew I could rap. I mean, I listened to a lot of hip hop, a lot of trap, and a lot of R&B, including a bit of amapiano here and there, but mainly trap, hip hop, and R&B. That's what I listened to. Your Chris Browns, your Juice WRLDs, your Lil Waynes, your, I could name many of them. Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, K. Dot, Nicki Minaj, many of them. Many of them. I listen to all kinds of music. If I like it, I listen to it. Basically, yeah, I listened to many of them, and I was shaken by the fact when I was making the song Jacket. By the way, my YouTube channel is Earthquake 2190. In fact, my channel is in my TikTok profile. You can look at it from there. Yeah, it's you can look at it from there, and you'll find all my music is there. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. I made all those songs in just less than a day. In fact, less than a week most of the time. Less than a day most of the time, but sometimes less than a week. Took me days. Majority of them I made during my gap year, which was last year. Which was last year, 2023. And then, and of course, but the others, the minority, I made when I was in high school. But yeah, you get the whole point. Oh, so basically, yeah, Jared Higgins and all of them, they all went through depression. They all went through mental illness such as depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, hearing voices and all of that. All of those, things, they are actually, a real thing. And believe me, besides that, I never knew I could rap. I did not know I could rap until I actually did it, and I was shocked and I was shaken. So hence the name Earthquake. So from now on, it's Earthquake. Remember that from now on. Forget about Swag Night. Anyways, talk about mental, illness and all of that. It is a real thing, whether you like it or not, scientifically proven. I believe loneliness is also a mental illness too. I mean, don't listen to me. I am no psychologist or psychiatrist, nor do I claim to be one or to be better than one in any way. Not really. But besides that, I do believe loneliness is quite also a mental illness as well. But yeah, depression is a real thing. It's almost depression's like COVID. You never know who might have it, because most people who do have it, who display symptoms or actually smile, but deep down inside they're hurting, they're crushing, and they're not to be judged. They're not to be judged. They're not to be ridiculed or laughed at, because many people are going to laugh, and it's a worldwide issue. It's a worldwide issue. Even I've been through it. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I am not embarrassed whatsoever. I don't worry about being judged anymore. I went through it here and there. You're not alone. So yeah, I know that feeling. I know what it's like. You're not alone. I know what it's like. I've been there. If you have been through it, just know that it's going to be okay. What they usually say is that it gets worse before it gets better, somewhere along those lines. You're not alone. Talk to someone who will take you seriously, even if it's family or friends, or families or friends. They'll take you seriously, who will not laugh and whatsoever. Or someone who just understands how it feels to go through it. Even if it's me. Also, you have many people. In fact, even if it's a whole community, because you never know who's actually also going through it and is not displaying it, if you know what I mean. You also have me. I am available 100% nearly all the time. I said nearly, so emphasis on the nearly. Nearly all the time. I'm sometimes busy, but it's a real thing. Mental illness is a real thing, and believe me, most people don't really take it seriously. Even Big Sean went through it. People whom you look up to went through it, and it's not easy. It honestly isn't. And I just want you to know, if you are going through it, even if it's not depression, even if it's suicidal thoughts or otherwise, what is it? Otherwise, hearing voices or whatsoever. Just know that before you consider doing it, if you know what I mean, or consider taking your own life, before you consider pulling that trigger, before you consider, or if you're in the process of doing so, or if you know someone who is, this is no time to judge at all. This is no time to judge at all, or to hold anything against them, or to hold leverage. If you know someone, or if you are going through it but are afraid of being judged, that's okay. Society has a history of, people have a history of judgment. I get it. I understand. I've been judged as well, so you're not alone. Much as you see this video right now, you're looking at a person who's not alone, who has not had it easy. But yeah, mental illness is a real thing. I don't mind being stigmatized, the usual. I don't mind at all. But just know that your life is worth it. I know what I may be saying is cliche, or may sound cliche, or everyone else says that. Believe me, I honestly mean it from the depths of my heart. You're going to be okay. Just remember that you're still alive. You still have a chance to change your life. You still have a chance to make something of yourself. You're not dead, and you may have made mistakes in your life, but you can't change the past. But you can decide what kind of a future you're going to have. You can decide, what kind of a future you will create for yourself, regardless of what people may say. You can be whatever you want to be in life, regardless of what people say. People go always talk, but stick to those who care about you genuinely. who, even if they had a chance, even if they could badmouth you, they won't, because they respect you. Not just because they respect you, but because they love you. All in all, stick close to those people. Let them know before you pull that trigger. Because I once lost a friend to suicide. I only met him one day, and then after that, I won't mention his name, but then after that, he ended his life. And some other dude was close to doing that, and luckily, thanks be to God, he did not. He was just before he fell off the bridge, he was caught in the middle of it. In other words, he was given a second chance. I don't care whether or not you may believe that there is a God, because for me, I personally do. And plus, God, according to Christianity, means creator. So according to the Christian religion, according to Christianity, yeah, according to the Christian religion, of course, some people, I don't call it a religion, but long story. According to Christianity, God, in other words, Father, Jesus Christ, and Holy Spirit, or otherwise Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, potato potato, bada bing bada boom, potato potato, tomato tomato, similar concept. Basically, according God, according to Christians, created everything. That means the earth, including humans, with the ability to reproduce. In other words, all living creatures, with giving them the ability to reproduce and to make more of their own kind. Horses, all kinds of animals, you name it, including us, different yet unique species called human beings, men and women. I say unique because we're different. But anyhow, basically, that God created everything, and you can look it up. God, you can look it up. Even Google says that God, according to Christianity, means creator. So if God, according to Christianity, means creator, that basically, according to Christianity, he's the creator of everything, creator of earth, space, stars, including birds, ocean, life, including what else? All that you can think about, even the ability to reproduce. I mean, even like in the Bible, it says somewhere along the lines of before I formed you in a mother's womb, I knew you. It talks about God creating a baby instead of a human being. I mean, if you think about it, if you really do think about it, I mean, don't take my word for it, but according to what I believe, he is the creator. He even created angels and heaven. Sounds cliche, but it's true. I am not religious in any way whatsoever. I just have faith, in God. I am not perfect. And I will never claim to be. But I do have a purpose on this earth, and so do you. I just want you to know that your life is worth it. Your life has meaning. You still have a reason to live, and no matter how down bad you may be, you still have a reason to live. You still have a reason to be alive. You still have a reason to breathe. Don't do it. If ever you are going through something, when someone is going through it, admit it, and then after that, after you admit it, try to understand why you're going through it and what it is, and after that, listen to some music. If you ever feel lonely, understandable. Human beings were never created to be alone. Because according to my faith, according to my faith, I once I once left, God, but then I came back, because, I figured, you know what? It's better dying, being proven right and going to heaven. In fact, paradise, than dying and being and going to hell and being proven wrong. But otherwise, you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, if you're ever going through those things, don't be afraid to call out to God. You're not perfect, neither am I. But however, all I do know is that you're not alone, and don't give up on love. There is still someone for you, out there. True love does exist. I believe it does, personally. I don't know, only God knows for me. But yeah, just know that if you go through it frequently, the whole depression thing and suicidal thoughts, take it slow, one day at a time. Slow down. Slow down. Yeah, slow down. Take your time. Listen to some music. Just always remember, before you think about ending it, you still have a chance to not end it. You still have a chance to create a future for yourself. You still have a chance to make something of yourself. You still have a chance to change other people's lives, because you never know who else is going through it. And then you cutting your life short will only motivate them to do it as well, and it'll be a cycle. You know what I mean? And we have to break that curse. Just saying, don't do it. Your life is worth living. Your life is worth sparing. Your life is worth, living. Your life is worth. Sorry about that. Your life is worth, living. Your life is worth living, and don't give up. Don't ever give up. Keep on going no matter what. And believe me, you will succeed way beyond you could ever have imagined or planned for. Keep on praying, keep on having faith, keep on going, keep on going, and stick to people who care about you. Surround yourself with positive people. If you have a girl in your life, appreciate her, and let her know how much you love her, and show her, the usual. We're all in this together. We are better together than we are apart. The usual. Just don't give up on life. You got this. Actions speak louder than words. You're beautiful. You're handsome. The usual. Dark times, bad times don't last for long. You're going to get through this. You're going to come out on the other side. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. God has your back no matter what. God has your back no matter what, and don't ever leave his side. He will never stop caring for you. He will never stop loving you, because you're his creation. He created you inside of your mother's womb. If you understand the gravity and implication of that, the gravity of that. He created you in your mother's womb in such fine detail, with such attention to detail, that even science struggles to understand or comprehend how on earth you came from another human being. They can explain the process, but where you came from, Bible has all the answers, but you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just saying. But regarding mental illness, just know that you're not alone. You have me and many others who are going through it. Stay strong, be brave, be courageous, put yourself out there and shine. Be yourself, be individual, be different. Stand out and be unique. And believe me, you will change other people's lives by changing your own, if you get what I'm saying. So, you're still alive. If you have to watch this video again, then I don't mind. But if you're still alive, remind yourself, you're still alive. You're still here on earth. You're still a human being. You may have made mistakes, but you're not perfect. However, you are passionate about what you love, and you have a purpose, and you have a reason why, and there's a reason, and you have a reason to be alive. And remind yourself every single day that there are people who have it worse than you, and that your life is worth living, that you must not give up, keep on going, and you'll come out better on the other side. Higher levels, higher devils. People will always talk because they can't do what you do. They'll always envy. Don't let other people's jealousies and insecurities, dictate or bother you in any way, or otherwise, let's just say, get in the way of your passion or what you want to do with your life. Go ahead and do it. If it makes you money, go ahead and do it. Even if it's TikTok or music, do it and see what happens. Gain inspiration. The usual. Go out there and do it. Be different and be yourself. Be no one else but yourself, no matter what, and maintain that individuality. And believe me, you'll come out on top. You'll come out on the other side even stronger than you ever thought you could be. But yeah, that is just my piece and take. You'll be fine. Earthquake out. Anyways, thank you for listening, and thank you for not skipping. Yeah, if you want more videos, just let me know in the comments, and if you're going through something, just let me know. I'm always there to chat and talk, the usual. But yeah, everyone's different, but we're all going through the same shit at the same time. We're all going through the same things at the same time. We're all going through the same darkness at the same time, simultaneously, and we just don't know it, if you know what I mean. You never know who's going through it and is putting up a facade of a smile. Sometimes a smile is just a facade or a mask to hide what they're really feeling. Be there to comfort and to talk to them about it and to understand. And yeah, stay strong, and we got this. We're all in this together, alright? Be strong, and I love you all. Alright. Bye. Deuces, guys.